Hello everyone, you're watching Express News. I'm Siddharth Bharadwaj, and in this edition we show you top 100 news of the day. So let's get started. The Government of India on Monday held an interministerial briefing on the developments on the ongoing West Asia conflict. The Department of Consumer Affairs has said that government has set up control room to monitor the prices of essential commodities. The Petroleum and Natural Gas Ministry has ensured that all petrol stations have diesel and petrol and there are no reports of dry out. The Ministry of Ports, Shipping and Waterways has confirmed that 2 more cargo vessels have safely crossed the Strait of Hormuz. MEA spokesperson Randeep Jaiswal said that External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar held discussions with the foreign ministers of Qatar and the UAE and Iran. All of them reviewed the prevailing situation. Efforts to safely evacuate citizens are ongoing. Amid conflict, India's 9th tanker Green Asha crosses the Strait of Hormuz. 8th tanker Green Sanvi carrying 46,000 metric tons of LPG to arrive in India today. Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Monday held an election rally in Assam's Hojai. Addressing the gathering, PM Modi said that the development of every region is important for the NDA. While addressing a public rally, Prime Minister Narendra Modi said that the ongoing war in West Asia has caused widespread outrage across the globe. Even during this time of crisis, the BJP government is continuously working for the welfare of our countrymen. Addressing a rally in Assam's Barpeta, PM Narendra Modi slammed Congress for openly supporting the infiltrators in Assam. Ahead of the Assam Assembly elections, PM Modi held a roadshow in Barpeta on Monday. On the 47th Foundation Day of the Bharatiya Janata Party, Union Home and Cooperation Minister Amit Shah hoisted the party flag at a ceremony held at Mararji Bhavan in Kerala. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh on Monday laid the foundation stones of ophthalmology, oncology and joint replacement centres at Army Hospital in New Delhi. Addressing the Army Medical Corps Raising Day, Defence Minister said that providing the best health facility to the soldiers of the country has been the topmost priority of the government. Indian Ocean ship Sagar with 39 international crew from 16 countries arrived at Malé in Maldives, marking first port call of its overseas deployment and reflection of India's vision of leadership through partnership, strength through unity, progress through peace. Science and Technology Minister Dr. Jitendra Singh said that India-Japan cooperation in science and technology is one of the strong pillars of country's global engagements. He was virtually addressing the grand finale of the India-Japan Year of Science and Technology and Innovation Exchange. Amid the ongoing war in West Asia, Air India has suspended its flights to Israel. An Air India official said that the airline has suspended flights on the New Delhi-Tel Aviv route till May 31st. Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas has said that about 6.6 lakh bottles, 5 kilogram LPG cylinders have been sold since March 23rd after government ramped up supplies to meet demand. The Election Commission of India has issued guidelines mandating pre-certification of political advertisements in print media ahead of upcoming assembly and by-elections. Rajya Sabha Chairman C.P. Radhakrishnan administered the oath to 19 newly elected and re-elected members in the Rajya Sabha. The National Commission for Women, in collaboration with Akashvani, organized a workshop on women-centric issues and empowerment initiative. Indian markets ended sharply higher on Monday. The Nifty gained 255 points to close at 22,968. The Sensex rose 787 points to 74,107 on Monday. Indian rupee ended at 93.05 against US dollar. Gold futures maturing on 5th of June was priced at 1,50,995 rupees per 10 grams on the multi-commodity exchange. Silver futures for 5th of May maturity stood at 2,34,942 rupees per kilograms on the MCX. Brent crude oil was priced at $108.44 US per barrel on Monday. The Indian auto retail industry hit a record high in financial year 2026, selling 2.97 crore units with 13.3% year-on-year growth as 5 of 6 vehicle categories set new annual records. Sri Lanka has raised liquefied petroleum gas prices by up to 23%, citing higher global energy costs due to the West Asia war. Despite rapid growth in electric vehicles, China remains heavily dependent on imported oil. Experts warn that EV adoption offers only partial protection amid geopolitical tensions and price fluctuations. OPEC Plus has announced a production adjustment of 206,000 barrels, in fact, per day, effective May 2026, as part of efforts to maintain oil market stability. As per reports, Iran and the United States have received a plan to end hostilities that could come into effect on Monday and reopen the Strait of Hormuz. The head of Iran's Revolutionary Guards Intelligence Organization, Majid Khademi, was killed. Falling debris from an intercepted attack injured one person in an industrial area of Abu Dhabi. Authorities have responded to the incident on the Raneen Systems company in industrial city of Abu Dhabi. US President Donald Trump issued a threat to Iran, announcing a final deadline of Tuesday for Tehran to reopen the Strait of Hormuz and threatened to attack civilian infrastructure inside Iran. On Sunday, Trump issued a more precise deadline of Tuesday 8 p.m. Eastern Time. He will hold a Monday news conference with the US military from the Oval Office. In a post on X, Iran's deputy foreign minister said on Monday that Trump's threats to strike power plants and bridges in Iran could amount to war crimes. Responding to Trump's threat, Iran's foreign ministry said that Iran will retaliate in kind against any attacks on its national infrastructure, warning that the Iranian armed forces were prepared to target US-linked assets in response to any act of aggression. Iran's Revolutionary Guards warned that attacks against US economic interests in the region would be intensified if attacks on civilian targets in Iran are repeated. It added that the Strait of Hormuz would never return to its former state. India's External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar spoke to Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi on Sunday. Jaishankar also spoke with Foreign Minister of the United Arab Emirates Sheikh Abdullah bin Zayed Al Nahyan and Qatari Prime Minister Mohammed bin Abdul Rahman. A missile struck a market in Tel Aviv on Monday following a barrage of missiles that launched from Iran. Debris from the missile damaged several structures, including vehicles and a sewage pipe. An Iranian missile strike on Israel's northern city of Haifa kills 2 people after it struck a residential building. Israel's army says it had completed a wave of strikes against regime targets in Tehran, hit parts of the capital after a strike on university. Iran also reported several attacks on residential areas across Tehran. Iraqi citizens held a peaceful demonstration at Liberation Square in the capital Baghdad to protest against the 5-week-long joint attacks on Iran by the United States and Israel. The UAE expressed its support to Bahrain in urging the Security Council to take action on the Strait of Hormuz. UAE's Minister of Foreign Affairs emphasized that it is a direct threat to global stability, food and energy security, and international law. The United Nations Security Council is scheduled to vote this week on a draft resolution proposed by Bahrain that seeks to authorize member states to use all defensive means necessary to ensure safe transit through the Strait of Hormuz. US forces have successfully rescued the seriously wounded F-15 crew member from deep inside the mountains of Iran, calling it one of the most daring operations in US history. US President Donald Trump announced the dramatic rescue of the weapons system operator in a daylight mission. A Russian drone strike killed 3 people while others were trapped beneath the debris of a residential buildings in Ukraine's port city of Odessa. 8 people were injured in an overnight strike on Russia's Black Sea port city of Novorossiysk, damaging residential buildings and 2 private houses. NASA's Artemis II astronauts have entered a decisive phase of their mission, crossing into the moon's gravitational sphere of influence, where lunar gravity now outweighs Earth's pull. India's High Commissioner to Bangladesh, Pranay Verma, called on Prime Minister Tariq Rahman, reaffirming efforts to strengthen bilateral ties between the 2 countries. And we are heading for a short break. You stay tuned to DD India.
Geopolitics and trade deals. Economic challenges amid development. Hard work and the path to prosperity. It's the economy, always. Between walkers, money is what money does and says. Supply creates its own demand. Between the bulls pulls and bears tears. When supply chains globalization and India rises to the podium. We'll get you centered with the economic brief at 8 p.m. every Thursday on DD India.
On DD India, let's continue. US's National Weather Service has forecasted heavy rain and thunderstorms over parts of the Florida Peninsula over the next couple of days. Severe flooding in Russia's Dagestan has killed 3 people and forced 5,000 residents to evacuate. Authorities are working to rescue people from their homes. Cherry blossoms are in full bloom in Japan's Kanazawa city, attracting locals and visitors to enjoy the vibrant spring scenery. The India Meteorological Department has issued orange and yellow alerts for heavy rain and thunderstorms across several north and central Indian states in the coming days. Jammu and Kashmir will see intermittent rain and snow in higher reaches from Tuesday to Wednesday, with a few plains areas receiving moderate to heavy rain. In Himachal Pradesh's Dharamshala, the weather took a sudden turn at Sunday night with dark clouds and strong winds highlighted by flashes of lightning, creating a dramatic and thrilling scene. The National Capital Region is set to witness a change in weather with strong winds, rain and isolated thunderstorms expected on Tuesday and Wednesday. Temperatures in NCR are expected to dip with lows around 18 to 20 degrees Celsius and highs near 31 degrees Celsius before clearing and rising again by April 10 and 11. Lucknow experienced a sudden weather change as drizzle and strong winds swept across the city, bringing relief from the recent dry spell. Chennai received sharp showers, bringing relief from the recent heat. Temperatures are expected to remain moderate following the rain. New Yorkers celebrated Easter with a colorful parade along Fifth Avenue, featuring festive costumes, traditional outfits, and even pets dressed for the occasion outside St. Patrick's Cathedral. An NGO in Paris hosted an Easter egg hunt at Butte-Chaumont Park, welcoming over 2,000 children. Participants contributed 8 to 10 euros each, with proceeds supporting the charity's initiatives. In Gaza, Palestinian Red Crescent Society staff have launched the 3rd phase of a catch-up vaccination campaign in Dar es Bala, targeting children who missed immunizations due to conflicts and displacement. Residents gathered in Ukraine's capital Kyiv's outskirts to witness the release of rehabilitated bats by the Ukraine Bat Rehabilitation Center. It's been a month since pets have been allowed in restaurants in South Korea, with around 1,400 cafes and eateries now welcoming customers with their pets. Bangkok-based art toy makers are facing a severe crisis as rising plastic and shipping costs driven by West Asia conflicts push production expenses up to 50 to 100%. A Malaysian cultural carnival was held at the High Commission in New Delhi, showcasing heritage, cuisine and performances as part of the Visit Malaysia 2026 tourism campaign. Indian ambassador to Spain, Jayant Khobragade, showcased 45 paintings in his exhibition Journey with the Divine Flow at Travancore House. In Uttar Pradesh's Ayodhya, the birth anniversary of Lord Ram's devoted friend Nishad Raj was celebrated for the first time on a grand scale at the Ram Janmabhoomi complex. A Vedic clock inspired by Emperor Vikramaditya's timekeeping traditions has been installed at Kashi Vishwanath Temple in Varanasi. The inaugural Saptrang Creators Fest 2026 was held in Gujarat, bringing together over 1,000 influencers for competitions, workshops, cultural performances and awards celebrating creativity. Rajasthan's unique Dhinga Gavar festival is underway in Jodhpur, where women in disguise worship the deity and playfully strike men with sticks as part of a 16-day tradition. A 3-day exhibition at Maharashtra's Nandgiri Fort in Nanded drew crowds showcasing coins and weapons from Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj's era, with a rare 350-year-old gold coin as the highlight. White tigress Meera gave birth to 3 tiger cubs in Madhya Pradesh's Gwalior's Gandhi Prani Udyan. All cubs are healthy and under close observation by the zoo authorities. Indian Railways has announced the creation of the South Coast Railway Zone with its headquarters in Visakhapatnam, addressing concerns over station locations by clarifying that all 7 stations in the Palasa Ichapuram section, spanning about 50 kilometers, are situated within Srikakulam district and none fall in Odisha. Indian director Aditya Dhar's Dhurandhar 2, The Revenge, starring Ranveer Singh, has made box office history in North America by crossing the $25 million mark. Dhurandhar 2 continues its record-breaking run into the 3rd weekend. The film has grossed 985 crore on the Indian box office, with around 1600 crore worldwide. Anurag Kashyap's cult classic Dev D, starring Abhay Deol and Kalki, is set to re-release in cinemas. Originally released in 2009, the film will return to the big screen nationwide on April 24. Imtiaz Ali's upcoming film Main Wapas Aunga will feature a special track Kya Kamal Hai, bringing together A.R. Rahman and Diljit Dosanjh with lyrics by Irshad Kamil. The makers of Bollywood movie Chand Mera Dil have released new posters offering a glimpse of the love story between actor Ananya Pandey and actor Lakshay. Makers of the upcoming film Fauzi have issued a strict warning over alleged leak images from the movie's sets. The team urged fans to avoid sharing such content and warned of necessary action against those involved. The trailer of Love Insurance Company, starring Tamil actor Pradeep Ranganathan, is out, teasing a science fiction clash between love and technology. Anime platform Crunchyroll has announced Anime Award nominees. Winners will be announced on May 23 by celebrity presenters including Asuka Saito and Riza RZA. The possibility of a sequel to the Canadian sitcom Schitt's Creek has been ruled out, with creator Dan Levy saying it is no longer feasible following the death of co-star Catherine O'Hara. The Super Mario Galaxy movie, released on April 3rd, has delivered a massive box office boost, earning around $372.5 million globally. Kolkata Knight Riders face Punjab Kings challenge amid poor form. KKR turnaround after shaky start and 2 defeats on the trot. Chennai Super Kings suffer 43-run defeat to Royal Challengers Bangalore at Chinnaswamy. CSK's struggles deepen this season. Royal Challengers Bengaluru hammered 97 runs in the last 5 overs versus CSK. Tim David and Rajat Patidar par RCB to 250. Indian Grandmaster Vaishali Ramesh Babu wins round 7 at FIDE Candidates and climbs to second place in Cyprus standings. Divya Deshmukh and R. Pragnananda settle for draws as FIDE Candidates reaches halfway stage before rest day. India's Meenakshi dominates Yuka Sadamatsu 5-0 in 48 kilograms at Asian Boxing Championships, enters next round in style. Jasmine outclasses China's Ziyi Chen 5-0 in 57 kilograms to book semi-final berth at Asian Boxing Championships. Manchester City thrashed Liverpool 4-0 to reach FA Cup semi-finals, set to face Southampton in last 4 clash. Chelsea to face Leeds United in FA Cup semi-final. Last meeting saw Chelsea edge Leeds 3-2 in 2024 thriller. Bernardo Silva to leave Manchester City at season end. The Portuguese star to depart Etihad after trophy-laden spell. Inter Milan beat AS Roma 5-2 in Serie A clash. Thuram and Lautaro lead title charge with dominant display. Jessica Pegula wins Charleston Open title with straight sets victory over Yulia Starodubtseva. Tommy Paul saves 3 match points to beat Roman Buruchaga, wins ATP Houston Clay Court Championship. India heads into the Asian Wrestling Championships 2026 with a blend of proven names and rising talent in Bishkek. Aman Sehrawat leads medal hopes. Team India will face a challenging time at the Billie Jean King Cup Asia Oceania Group 1 tournament scheduled from April 7 to 11 in New Delhi. That's it in this edition of Express News. News and updates will continue on DD India. You stay tuned. Namaskar.